Yo, it's your boy Earth Flynn. Check it out. This is Be Greater Podcast, Celestial Being in the Flesh. Y'all know the vibes, right? Today up on the docket, we got Mr. Kyrie Irving. Listen, the attack continues, the PC culture continues. You are not allowed to have opinion that the masses consensus subscribe to, and anybody who has anything to say or any questions to ask is instantly late, right? Kyrie had a post-game interview after they lost. And before I give you my 2 cents and all of my uneducated opinions, let's see what Kyrie Irving got to say so we get a perspective, right? Let's take it.
And it's a title given to Christ, Philippians 2:11. And my name translates in the Hebrew language as Yahweh. So I went on to Amazon Prime. I was like, let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh. That came up. Went out and shared it on my platform. That was my night. In terms of the backlash or what people call it, we're in 2022. History is not supposed to be hidden from anybody. And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms. I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions. And my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people. Africa is in it, whether we want to dismiss it or not. So the claims of anti-Semitism and who are the original chosen people of God, and we go into these religious conversations and it's a big no-no. I don't live my way like that. I don't live my life that way. I grew up in a melting pot. And I say a melting pot of all races, white, black, red, yellow, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and you can see the way I live my life now. I'm not here to be divisive, so they can push their agenda. I don't want to say they, because I'm not identifying any one group or race of people, but I'm in a unique position to have a level of influence on my community. And what I post does not mean that I support everything that's being said or everything that's being done, or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community and those that it's actually going to impact. Anybody else that has criticism, it obviously wasn't meant for them.
Hopefully I'm understanding what you said, and I want to make sure I get it right because I don't want to misquote.
I don't expect
he gonna get it wrong.
Understanding from a media conglomerate group that sincerely talks about the game of basketball, and then we bring up religion as if it's correlative at times when it's convenient for people to bring it up. So please just be direct with your question so we can move on from this topic.
And also to add on to, you shouldn't expect understanding from a media group that is pushing a very specific narrative without wanting to have any dialogue. Anybody who pushes a narrative without being willing to have a dialogue, to me, is spooky.
I talk about the game and go home to my son Elohim and my wife Marlene, okay?
Y'all know who Kyrie got on the shirt?
What you shared was not something that you've
put in the comments if y'all know who Kyrie got on the shirt.
You did watch it, or either watch it or read it.
I know a lot of times I read a lot. Read a whole bunch. Good and bad about the truth.
So then do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that that work had anti-Semitic leanings in it? I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so
we're in 2022. It's on Amazon, a public platform. Whether you want to go watch it or not is up to you. There's things being posted every day. I'm no different than the next human being, so don't treat me any different. You guys come in here and make up this powerful influence I have over top of the adultery of, you cannot post that. Why not? Why not? Everybody posts everything else. You saw the word nigger going up on Twitter, right? I don't hear an uproar of that.
Not one.
I'm not here to be divisive on what's going on this or that. I'm not comparing Jews to blacks. I'm not comparing white to black. I'm not doing that. That conversation is dismissive, and it constantly revolves around the rhetoric of who are the chosen people of God. And I'm not here to argue over a person or a culture or religion or what they believe. No, this is what is here. It's on a public platform. Did I do anything illegal?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did I do anything illegal?
They're trying to push a narrative.
Am I going out and saying that I hate one specific group of people? So out of all the judgment that people got from me posting, I just, without talking to me, and then I respect what Joe said, but there has a lot to do with the not ego or pride of how proud I am to be an African heritage, but also to be living as a free black man here in America, knowing the historical complexities for me to get here. So
talk to him, Kyrie.
Anything that I believe.
Kyrie, talk to him.
Because I'm not alone. I have a whole army around me.
Kyrie, while we're on the topic of promotion, why did you decide to promote something that Alex Jones said?
That was a few weeks ago. I do not stand with Alex Jones' position, narrative, court case that he had with Sandy Hook, or any of the kids that felt like they had to relive trauma, or parents that had to relive trauma, or to be dismissive to all the lives that were lost during that tragic event. My post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s or late 90s about secret societies in America of occults. And it's true.
It definitely is, because we already know.
Identifying with anything of being a campaignist for Alex Jones or anything. I'm just there to post. And it's funny, and it's actually hilarious, because out of all the things I posted that day, that was the one post that everyone chose to see. It just goes back to the way our world is and works. I'm not here to complain about it. I just exist.
And to follow up on
I just exist.
Promotion of the movie and the book.
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
Put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it? Do you see me in front of
it out there, people are going to say that you are
promoting. Yeah, put it out there, just like you put things out there, right?
Yeah, but
okay.
It's not
you put things out there for a living, right?
Right, but my stuff
is not. So let's move on. Let's move on.
Anti-Semitic.
Let's move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing that. You're free to post.
I can post whatever I want. So say that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that
who is this reporter?
It's not me.
Nothing.
By posting what you did,
bro. Move on.
Who is this person?
Move on. Next question.
Anybody,
you guys have any more questions?
And they're gonna say,
"You guys have any more questions?" This is going to be a clip. This is going to be a clip.
Who is this person? What book was that?
More questions.
But you're not answering the question.
No, this is another answering your question. Oh my God! Let's make another Instagram clip so we can be famous again. Next question.
Kyrie, basketball related.
Hey, this reporter needs to be fired. First and foremost, right? First and foremost, like I said, even in a professional setting with white gloves on, with academic scholars who are well rehearsed and fully up to date on the history of these subjects, are not allowed to have conversations without somebody feeling some type of way. We are in the PC culture. Freedom of speech is no longer a thing. It is just an imagination. I'm going to keep telling y'all this now, because they are doing little things like to make you speak a certain way, right? So what is Kyrie talking about? Kyrie posted a book. He posted a book, Hebrews to Negroes, right? And he also shared a video that Alex Jones did about 20 years ago, talking about the secret occult lives and how they secretly run the world, right? Like it's a known fact that all the presidents are from like 3 fraternities and half of them are related, right? We could talk about the Masons, we could talk about the Illuminatis, and that's just the organizations that we can verbally name. And if you know about the ones, because if you could name them, I don't even think it's that they even in a way like that. It's the ones that you don't know the group to, the names to the groups. It's the ones where the secret packs and the secret organizations. And this world has been built on secret occult organizations, very few people with a whole lot of power who dictate the world, right? So let's not get off track. Is it anti-Semitic to say that a black person is the original Jew? Not Jewish, Jew. It's a lot of questions y'all need to ask yourself. What's the difference between the Jew and the Jewish? Like, who are the original Jews, right? And if we was given the platform to have this dialogue without being, like, whether you Nick Cannon or whether you Kanye or whether you Kyrie, any person who comes up and try to have an honest dialogue, whether you Brother Polite or whether you whoever, they're going to limit your views, they're going to limit your audience, they're going to limit your range, they're going to limit your outreach. I have never seen such a concerted effort to protect a certain group of people and not even let it be a dialogue. And that's what scares me, because there is not even a room for dialogue without you being labeled, typecast as something that's problematic to the people, right? And when people start moving like that, when the world gets to moving like that, where your word selection is prohibited by the feelings of the people, when people are no longer allowed to say, I don't want to go that way, I want to go this way. Or I don't know if I believe in that, I want to believe in this. Once we get to a place where if you don't believe in what I believe in, you finna lose everything. Freedom of speech is gone, man. Like, freedom of speech, they are really, 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 really weighing heavy on freedom of speech. They're pressing Kyrie at the end of a press conference game about something that has totally nothing to do with basketball, and getting mad that Kyrie once stands on the square, he explains himself, but then it was like, no, let's just next question, because we ain't getting nowhere, because obviously you don't get it. And this whoever this news reporter is, he needs to understand his job is to talk to him, right? Your job is to talk to Kyrie, right? So with that being said, you need to keep the conversation flowing. Your job is not to be combative and argumentative with Kyrie. You can have an intellectual conversation, but when you coming in unhonest and with an agenda, it's really hard to have a genuine, organic conversation, right? So listen, long story short, Kyrie, I salute you, my G. You got Kanye out here apologizing, da-da-da-da. You know, it is what it is, right? Kyrie play basketball, right? He knows what he does. He knows what he does. He's comfortable in himself. And when a man is comfortable in himself, especially when he got a whole lot of money, ain't he comfortable in himself, there ain't really too much you can do to him, because he's already content. Kyrie the type of person, he ain't never got to play basketball again to prove his point. Kyrie lost 20. A lot of people got mad at Kyrie last year because he didn't get vaccinated. I didn't get vaccinated at my job. I had to sign a waiver, had to go through all kind of things, almost got suspended, whatever, right? Kyrie lost $20 million to stand on his principles. $20 million. How many people are willing to lose $20 million to stand on their principles? Because a lot of people just talk. And as soon as masters say, buck, you go buck. So in the world we live in, we all like little puppets, and we don't know who the puppet masters is. And if you even try to talk anything like you know anything about anything, cancellation, right? Soon as your jabs start getting you get typed as crazy, and cancellation, right? So I'm going to keep my words very selective. You know what I mean? I just want to leave it off at freedom of speech is being preyed upon. If somebody don't believe in the same thing that I believe in, it's cool, bro. Live your life. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you a bigot because you don't believe that black people were in. Listen, okay, bro, live your life. Let me live my life. If I want to believe the earth is flat and it's a cliff, or the stars ain't real, or the earth is hollow, or da-da-da, whatever, bro. You ain't. Why do I have to be labeled? How come I just can't have a different belief system? How come my belief system has to be founded in your belief system? That is prejudice right there in itself. Because you're already looking down upon me because I'm not believing in your belief system. There's a lot of things that we do as humans in the media, they try to push out there in on the slide, you know what I'm saying, with the programming. We could really be here all day, right? Long story short, man, this is Be Greater Podcast. This is all my uneducated opinions. Hey, we need to protect Kyrie Irving at all costs. We need to protect these people who are willing to lose everything to speak their mind, because 9 out of 10 people are not given the free reign to speak their mind, or they are given the free reign, but they're afraid to, right? I had a conversation with somebody not too long ago. We was talking about choices and how they don't got no choices. And I was like, no, you always have a choice. You just might not like your options. So you feel like you ain't got a choice. If your choices is death or banishment, you might feel like I ain't got an option. No, you have an option. It's whether or not it's the best option for you, right? Because everything can be a happy ending, right? There's been a lot of sacrifices throughout the history of this earth history for us as mankind to get to where we at right now, and everybody didn't always agree with everybody, right? So now, where we go from here? I just want y'all to be aware how they're attacking freedom of speech, how they're attacking anybody who does not 100% fit inside this cookie cutter thought process, idea system. And if you have any questions, you get labeled. Man, that's spooky to me. That's why I'm choosing my words so carefully. If you was to meet me offline, we have a conversation. Whole lot of different energy, but I understand what this is. I understand what all of this is, right? So, till next time, man. Y'all know the vibes, right? This is Be Greater Podcast. This your boy Earthwind, celestial being in the flesh. Man, humbly oblige y'all tuning in with me, man, right? That's the next time. Be Greater Die. What's up? I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in to Be Greater Podcast. It's your boy Earthwind. I just want to say please hit the subscribe button and salute to everybody that's rocking